Guys, I knew that junior year would fly by, but I didn't know that it would zoom.
Oh my god.
That's not even a joke.
Why do I feel like I feel like I'm getting deja vu from you saying that. I feel like you've said that exact joke at some other time.
I think that's because every joke he says he has with that exact same tone. It's kind of iconic.
Yeah. It's kind of like watching Carl's TikToks. It's just over and over again, the same kind of joke.
Just the same thing happening all the time.
But to be fair, Carl, that TikTok you made the other day with the ACT, I actually laughed out loud at that one. I thought that was really funny.
I was at the batting cages and Benny T was looking at your story, and all of a sudden he just laughs. He's like 20 feet away. He just breaks out laughing. I'm like, what is up, brother? He's like, dude, check Carl's TikTok. It's absolutely hilarious.
Because it's true. Okay, so what the TikTok was it was it was Carl. You explain it, Carl.
The worst part was that I tried to film it like 17 times.
Uh-huh.
The problem is the camera would always move like half a centimeter.
Oh.
So, it would always screw up, so I couldn't walk out of the closet at the same time. But you explain, go ahead.
Okay, so Carl has this TikTok of him going, "Oh my god, I'm done. Junior year, I'm finally a senior. Oh, this is crazy. Oh my god." And then he wiping off a broad sweat, and then he hears a knock on his door, and he's like, "What the hell is that?" And then all of a sudden he grabs it, and then it slams in his face, like, "Oh!" And then another Carl comes in wearing a different clothes, and it says ACT on June 13th. And then it's him coming in and saying, "Yeah, that's right, you little bitch." But the part that made me laugh was that the ACT from Carl, the Carl playing the ACT, I guess you could say, he comes in doing his signature laugh. He comes in going, ha 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 ha. Yeah, that exactly.
Oh no.
So yeah, that's how that played out. So we have a new guest on this podcast episode. We have Senior Nathan Schindler here. Do you want to say hi, Nate?
What's up?
Do you want to explain to the audience who you are and why me and you are friends, how we met, etc.?
Okay, well, I forget how old we were, but I think we started playing soccer together. That's how we met. That was kind of lit.
Me, Simon, and Nathan Schindler were all on the same team.
U12 fall soccer was what an unreal time.
Well, Simon was rarely on the team because Simon wasn't playing in the spring or during the summer. Oh my god, Simon's a little laggy, but that's okay. Simon just blinked and it took 3 seconds for it to load. I think it might be me, honestly, because Carl's lagging too. Oh god.
I have the God Wi-Fi right now, so.
Yeah, Carl, do you want to explain how you got your Wi-Fi?
I don't actually. So,
no, I don't. Okay. Okay, but yeah, me and Nathan Schindler were on the same soccer team. Actually, not the biggest fan of him when I played soccer.
Come on.
No, me and you hated. Come on, bro. You were good at soccer, and you would clown on me when I'd fuck up, and I was like, "Oh, fuck this guy."
Yeah. I think Jonah was on the team too.
Yeah. No, Jonah was only. That was preschool soccer, bro. Jonah was only there for a little bit.
Actually.
Yeah, Jonah was there when we had those little tiny fucking pug goals.
I actually just played soccer with Jonah the other day.
Oh, really?
We were just kicking a soccer ball around, inside the track at the high school. There were just a few guys, so we all got burnt to an absolute crisp. Jonah, he sent a picture to me. It was just burnt to heck on his shoulders. And I sent back. I said, "You look like if Larry the Lobster went on a hunger strike."
Jesus Christ.
No, he was just I don't know what was going on, but the sun was not feeling very polite. And my shoulders right now are deep red. It's not what you want to see.
I never get sunburned. I feel like
that's the problem with going outside when you've been stuck inside for the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, we've had our occasional, like, 75 to, like, 78-degree days, and I've tried to get out, like, tanning for all of them because I'm a piece of paper at the moment.
Okay. Okay.
Imagine walking into your backyard and just Carl sitting in a Speedo tanning.
That's a good
That'd be
question.
amazing.
Wait, bro, you think I even wear a Speedo? No,
You know, you got us, Carl. I'd be surprised if you did.
Carl, do you own a Speedo or no?
No, I'm not Joe Everson. Or Brian.
Dude, that's funny. Me and Joey used to be like, dude, we have to get matching Speedos and just go drive to some random beach in the middle of nowhere and then just walk onto the beach and just start running around.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is he does own a Speedo because he's a swimmer.
Yeah, he owns many a Speedo.
Dude, that's
At least
weird.
that's the on the street.
All right. Well, So, you know, we can talk about choir because we're all in choir. But we can't talk about the teacher's name, but we can talk about choir. And I will say, I need to correct myself because a couple podcasts ago, maybe 2 episodes ago, I was talking to Jack Dunn, I believe, about how I thought this choir thing was going to be a shit show. Because me singing the song, I sounded like shit. And it sounded like shit when we did it. But as it turns out, when you're singing and there's 100 other people singing over you, you can't really hear people individually. So it sounded all right. It sounded pretty good for, having all separately. But,
To be honest, I think that he boosted like 3 people per section. Like, maybe they're all still in there, but like I can hear specific people in each section,
that would be really funny.
He boosted the people who sounded good, and then
Yeah.
Hanson, who just, singing at home just ain't our thing. And like my mic, I just used my phone, and the sound was very, very bad.
Well,
Probably just up mute or close to it.
Another problem was I was using my phone, and then I also had the sheet music with me. So if you listen to just my audio, you could hear me going, like voice cracking, and then I fucking flip a piece of paper. Oh my god, that was funny. But yeah, no.
Something, boy. It has been a year. It has been an actual year.
Where the fuck did he go?
He just dip out?
Yeah, on my screen it's him frozen. It's been a year since...
Oh no. It's been a year since this.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So Carl just pulled up was a shirt that we had to wear at our choir concert, I guess, a year ago.
Have you trashed on choir dancing yet on this podcast?
Choir to who?
Dancing for the choir concert. Have you trashed on it yet?
I don't really trash on it. I don't really hate it, though. Last year I was just like, I hate choir, man. I hate this. And then when we learned the dance moves, I'm like,
You didn't learn the damn choreo. You didn't learn the choreo.
What do you mean I didn't learn the choreo? I was there every fucking day.
You didn't know the choreo. Like, here's the thing. Like, in order to get...
Here's the thing, guys. When you're in show choir like me, you kind of just get it. Like, you gotta just... It's kind of just a show choir thing. You kind of just gotta get it. But
you gotta understand. You wouldn't understand. You're an outsider.
Yeah. It's a show choir thing you wouldn't understand. No, but in all seriousness, Carl was clowning on me the entire time because I'm like, fuck this, I hate this. And then I figured out how to do it, and I'm like, this is not that bad. But me and Blake...
See, I don't mind learning to dance. Like, I need to learn to dance because I'm the least coordinated person as far as dancing goes. I can throw something hard, and I can, squat. And that's it. Like, I can't dance. I can't do any gymnastic stuff. That's my sister. I don't know how she does it. So when they try to teach us to dance, it looks like I'm a hippopotamus, like getting shot with a tranquilizer dart and slowly falling onto the ground.
Well, that's also the thing, like, when we watched the videos back, I thought I was doing pretty good when I was doing it. My parents were like, oh, you did so good. But then I watch it, I'm like, what the fuck? I suck. I'm the only one here doing stuff wrong.
Oh my gosh, that was my reaction too.
Wait,
Once I saw my video, I don't think my elbows left my side the whole thing. was kind of randomly shuffling back and forth and turning around.
Simon, your solo was still really good for men's choir. Your solo was really good.
Oh well, yeah, that's undeniable.
Standing still is a completely different
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Carl, what's your opinion on this whole debate here? How do you think you look dancing?
You see, like for regular choir, not for like show choir. I think last year I should have been in. You know, we're not even gonna talk about that. Let's actual dancing show choir compared to the people in the top show choir in our school. I think that I should be second or third row. This year.
Not you, fucking idiot.
I hate you. I'm sorry.
Don't say you hate me.
Sorry, lols. Yeah, so Nate, rule one of the podcast, don't mention where we live.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Sometimes it doesn't matter, though.
Yeah, this year for show choir, I literally said show choir. I'm not even shitting you. So this year, this year for show choir, I was in the 5th and 4th row, all but twice in the show. And this dude just happens to be one of the best tenors in the state, so he gets to be front row most of the time.
Okay, wait. Can I just say something quick? In 9th grade, I remember so many times Carl would just be like, the choir program in this school sucks. Like, they have all these original students they could give a solo to. Who do they give it to every time? Nathan Schindler.
Dude, I literally think that Nate is no longer in contention for any solo. Because we know he's amazing, and we know he would probably sound the best of anyone in the choir, but we just got to give someone else a shot.
Yeah, we got to give someone else a shot.
Well, the problem is now...
This kid made high school all-state in, like, 3rd grade, because that's just what he does.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, for solos, especially at our high school, because we're one of the best choral high schools in the nation, honestly. That's not even me trying to boast. But anyway... the problem is that in all of our choirs, our main head honcho teacher has picked the same 8 people to do the solos for years, and now 6 of them have graduated, and that's just an estimate. But now next year for show choir, every single person who had like a solo this year is gone. Every one of them. Like we had some like smaller like 5-second solos, but like. The same people who had solos this year were the same people that had solos last year. Like, now he's got to find new people. And he's got people in mind, but, like... Now it's Carl's turn. Yes!
Carl is just Carl needs his chance in the spotlight. Carl, can I ask you one question? Or actually, I'm going to ask you this question to Nate. Nate, you're friends with Carl, right?
Some would say.
Yeah, okay. You're kind of friends with Carl. How much... Hanging out with him... How much would you say that Carl's ego has been boosted ever since he got, like, the 500K TikTok?
Well, okay, I feel like his ego's been boosted ever since he won the 5th grade. In 5th grade, he won the little talent show thing.
Yeah?
And ever since that. But this, like, TikTok thing, after he, like, got viral, I guess you could say, on TikTok, it's been crazy. I don't even know what to think. And now he's like trying his hardest to make new and better TikToks.
I haven't gone
viral. But it never works.
I haven't gone viral since May 12th. Do you have any idea how much that pisses me off?
Carl, why don't you upload a video on TikTok being like, yo, subscribe to Loudmouth. I am on a podcast. And then people will be like...
Nobody knows who Loudmouth
is. Nobody knows who Loudmouth is. Carl's like, you are nothing compared to me. You don't understand 300K views on a TikTok. But anyways, I digress.
They're monetizing that, Carl.
Dude, speaking of monetizing, my fucking Decades project got copyright striked.
I did too, twice.
I had the song Take On Me in it, and then they got flagged for copyright, so I had to upload it to fucking Google Drive.
Yeah, same here. And then, like, the person in our group they're like, we should just go to court with YouTube and then just put it up. And then they're like, wait, it's due in, like, 8 hours. I'm gonna pass.
What song was it that got copyrighted?
Oh, it was a laundry list of music and videos that we had allegedly taken right off of YouTube. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't think screen recording counts. But
Yeah.
no. So we ended up just putting it on Drive and submitting it that way. But
Four new content.
Well, that's the thing. Like, this is the 34th podcast, and we haven't had a single copyright issue. I upload one video on my like personal like non-video channel. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it just got and it's unlisted with 30 views. Oh, copyrighted. It's like, what the fuck? Who cares? Especially if it's unlisted. I guess because they don't want people to just steal the music video.
Right. But at the same time, they should have some sort of exemption for like a school project. But then again, if they had that, then everyone would say they're just submitting a school project.
That's a good point. So what have you, speaking of this is the end of the 2020 school year. So let's reflect. How do you think this year has changed you, Nathan Schindler?
Let's see here. Well, I came into the year as myself, which is a great way to start. What? Nobody.
Do I have to bleep that out? I think I do. I think I have to bleep that out, Carl.
Carl, you're a moron.
Carl, nice. You're going to get canceled again. This will be called Carl Gets Canceled Again.
Version 2.
I think every video with Carl in it, other than maybe the first one, has had Carl in the title. Like, Carl has been in the title, I think, more than any other podcast guest.
Yeah, because I'm clickbait.
Yeah. I can. What if I do Carl Warner Forever from TikTok is on the podcast?
Oh my God. From TikTok. Hey, Lucas, I think you have a bone to pick with my gamer tag, don't you? You have a bone.
Yeah, I do. What the fuck is wrong with you? This man on PlayStation, his username is Carl Warner, which I'm like, it sucks because he has the K capital and the W is lowercase. If I go change it, he changes it. Guess what he changed it to? Bolty for life. What the fuck is that? That's the worst username of all time. He also changed.
Why, Carl? You gonna explain there, big guy?
Oh, why?
Yeah.
For security reasons, I can't really say that because then people are going to start logging into all of my accounts that I've ever made.
Did you seriously use your password as your gamer tag?
Bolty for life is not a password for anything that I have, but it is somewhat similar.
Carl, I know your password for PlayStation because you gave it to me so I could buy the NFL skin, so I could technically fuck up your PlayStation account.
Like, I really should be saying this, but like, every single password that I have is a variation of the same phrase. It's the same thing.
I really hope because of this podcast, like, I really, like, the podcast hasn't been, let's be honest, this episode will get, like, 4 views, but,
yeah.
But, it'd be funny if this random one got a lot of views, and then all of your shit got hacked, like your TikTok got hacked.
Dude, oh no, someone's gonna hack his viral TikTok account.
So many followers on the TikTok account, they're gonna post, like, Nazi propaganda.
Oh no!
Oh my man!
Oh my god, Carl, you need to fix that shit right now.
Yo,
I think in general people have I have like 2 or 3 different passwords I like to rotate around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my password. I'm not gonna talk about my passwords because
it's one of those things where everyone tells you you shouldn't, but also everyone has the same passwords for their stuff unless they're like a serial killer,
or unless they like keep a book of them, like
in
their phone.
Yeah,
but
everybody has the same
worse.
fucking thing for everything.
I don't know.
Here's my question to you. Simon, I want you to be quiet for a second. Be quiet.
He said it.
Yeah, do the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme. This is Simon. I'm gonna have you not talk for a second. This is a serious question for Carl. Carl, how many colors are in a rainbow?
Oh my god. Big money question.
This is $1 million question. How many colors?
No, he's looking it up. Oh, no.
Do not look it up. Do not look it up.
How many colors are in a rainbow?
No. Nate, how many colors are in a rainbow?
7.
But no. See, you just Googled it. That's cheating. Like, Nate, did you think there were 7 colors in a rainbow?
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Wrong.
Simon thinks that there are 6 colors in a rainbow.
There are indeed, there are 6 colors in the rainbow. If you want to get technical about it, because let's get technical about it.
But if you want to get technical about it, Simon, every color is in the fucking rainbow.
Right, I'm saying it could either be it could be infinity colors, because you're like a psycho.
Yeah.
But it's not. So you got, in the rainbow, it should be your primary and your secondary colors. Yep. Your red, yellow, and blue, and then your orange, green, and your purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But what I will say,
Simon,
Simon,
talking indigo. Indigo's like a tertiary color.
but Simon, this is always your argument. It isn't how many colors are in the fucking color wheel. It's how many colors are in the rainbow. It's 2.
Yeah, I know. Chartreuse is, it's actually 8 because, like, chartreuse.
Chartreuse? Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly, that's my point. It's just as obscure as indigo. Why are people saying indigo's in the rainbow?
Because it's Roy G. Biv. B-I-V. Indigo.
I remember specifically in 5th grade science teacher's class that she told us there's 6. So
well, sorry.
Don't talk to me about it.
Hey,
talk to her.
not to discredit the staff of our school because, you know, I'm not supposed to do that. But that science teacher's a fucking moron. What do they say? Roy G. Biv?
Yeah.
That's stupid. There's an I in there for a reason.
They literally just put indigo in there to make the acronym sound.
Okay, I think they would have added a lot more fucking colors in there if Roy G. Biv is the best thing they can come up with.
There could be a vowel in that phrase.
I guess that is true. They're fucking O, Carl. Orange starts with O.
Carl.
Yeah, Roy G. Biv.
It's 6, and I know you don't agree with me, but you're just it's in my mind it will forever be 6.
I guess that's true, but like literally, this is a common debate between me and Simon, and there's always everybody in there who's like, "Oh, it's 6. Oh, it's 7." But Carl's over here being like, "I don't fucking know. 5."
24. No.
You're a psychopath, Carl.
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody is.
I like how you had to Google how many colors are in the rainbow. You could even, like, make a guesstimate.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with you, Carl?
I love you, Carl.
I know, I love you, Carl. I'm not allowed to make fun of you but, you know. So, Nathan Schindler, I don't remember if we,
No, wait. What do you mean there? What do you mean there, Carl?
What do you mean?
You mean by you're allowed to make fun of me?
Well, let's just think about other times that we've made fun of people, Carl, and it hasn't gone over well, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I can't say that.
Well, just be done talking, Carl, because, you know, we don't want to cause an uproar. That being said, this video will get 1/10 of the views that one did, but...
Well, you know, I don't get angry about everything censorless. I'm not Jack Dunn, so...
Ooh.
Slander. That's absolute slander.
I wouldn't say it's slander. Well, actually, it's kind of just some good old-fashioned clowning from Carl.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We had this discussion before. I'm okay with being clowned on because I can take it.
That's a good point.
So I do appreciate that about you, Carl. If there's much I appreciate about you,
Boys, this had
that you can get clowned on and you just do it. It is what it is.
Are we gonna? Yes, you're right. Are we gonna forget about the roast of Carl?
Oh my god!
Wow, this is iconic.
I forgot. So actually, Nathan Schindler, were you there for that?
I don't recall.
It was a day of choir when there was nothing to do, so we went into the choir room, and there's a microphone that could connect to the speakers, and we literally decided to do the Comedy Central roast of Carl, and then
he got trashed on, and then he tried to come back and like roast us like a Comedy Central roaster would.
Carl had this entire time to think of something funny back to say. And this is a legitimate quote that Carl said about Jack Dunn. He said, "Jack, you act black, but you are not Jack Black. You suck." That was a thing that he said.
Guys, we are all living on the bottom depths of humanity. Carl is just way above us.
Carl is 10 parallel universes ahead of us.
Yeah, he's understanding jokes on a whole new level.
Yeah.
You know, now that they found that, speaking of, you said parallel universe, or whatever you said, now there is actually discovery of a parallel universe in recent news. Do you think there's a universe where Simon has short hair?
No, it's longer. It's definitely longer.
That was such a shitty joke. Because first of all, that isn't even common knowledge. I didn't even know about that. And second of all, Simon having long hair isn't something that he's ashamed of. That's something he actually likes to do. That's something that he does.
I'm sure there's a universe out there where Nathan Schindler's balls have dropped, but we're yet to find that one.
See, that's what you should have said. That would have been way funnier.
That would have landed. That would have been a great joke.
The sun just didn't.
Can I just acknowledge that even though we criticized Carl for the first attempt at that joke, and then we said it was a good time the second time around, the second time he told the joke with the Nate Schindler thing, he leaned back in his chair and started laughing because of how funny he thought it was.
Well, I have one more to go. I do have one more to go, people. I would just like to say that if there is a universe out there where Simon has short hair and there is a universe where Nate's balls have dropped, I think there is a universe out there where I am not cringe somehow.
I thought you were gonna make fun of me. I was like, oh, let's see where this goes.
Cringe is just a universal concept.
I thought you were gonna say there's a universe out there where you made the talent show.
Carl wins the variety show.
Yeah.
Universe.
Hey, I and a few other people have a plan to get Carl into the variety show. Or the talent show, my bad. The talent show.
You can say whatever you want.
It's gonna be great. I can't give out many details, but it's gonna be great. And
hey Schindler, I have a question. Are we still gonna do that trio and dominate?
Oh, was that with? Okay, we might have to do both of them. Oh no.
So we'll talk about this later. But no,
we have to do the trio.
100%, we have to.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. We'd bring the house down.
We would burn the building.
I'm assuming you guys keep saying the trio. I'm assuming the trio is you two and Blake Zach.
No, I forget. No, I think it was Thomas. Correct?
Hey. Wait, was it Tom?
Hey,
I thought it was Tom.
Hey, fools.
What?
It might be Schindler. It might be a group before. I don't know.
Schindler, how about this? How about we say fuck you to Tommy and Blake, and we just do a Sliced Apples reunion?
Oh my goodness. I was talking about this earlier today. Sliced Apples was unreal.
So, Sliced Apples, me, you, JP, Simon, and Brady, we need to do the Backstreet Boys song.
Jonah was in it, right?
Huh?
Yeah, Jonah too.
And Jonah. Sorry, Jonah. But no.
JP, hey, let's not forget JP totally shutting us down and taking that second verse to himself.
No.
Hijacked it.
Yeah, that is true. He did take the second verse. So here's a little backstory, right? Because nobody knows what we're talking about. Well, actually,
yeah.
People who know will know. We were in middle school. There was a dance, right, at the end of the year, and we had an idea where we were gonna sing a song. We're gonna sing "You Don't Know You're Beautiful" by One Direction at this dance, and so we all dressed up, and we went to the dance. And we actually got the song. We booked a private voice lesson with the choir teacher just to practice singing the song. And
then we got to Brady's house. So we got to Brady's house 4 hours before the dance. And we practiced just in his garage.
Mm-hmm.
Stood in a circle and practiced.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to the dance, and there was a break. They said, "All right, Sliced Apples, come on up."
Well, no, there was one microphone. We talked to the DJ, right before, and he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah, you can do that." Could you imagine if we did that in high school? He'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro! Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah, but my request list was 8 hours long.
That would be so. I could never. I think that was my peak of my self confidence because I could never do that now. at a dance for sure.
High school will do it to you, man.
Like
That would be amazing.
maybe if it was like a thing where they were like, it was a bunch of people doing it, or it was like just me. But if it was like, yeah, or like because we were in 8th grade, so maybe next year I'll be different. Because like my self-confidence is so much different from 8th grade when I feel like I basically run the school, you know, because our grade is like the oldest, and then when we're like freshmen in high school. But I don't know. We'll see. Because I feel like I can do public stuff. But especially singing, I've become much more self-confident about my singing. Or less self-confident about my singing.
Yeah.
By the way, the Zoom is about to expire because I don't have the full version. So just put in the same username and password.
Please.
All right.
Do you want me to end right now so then we can just do that right away?
Yeah, just end it. We'll plug her in.
All right, we're going to take a pause.
You know what's funny? Like, you two were playing that joke on him that, oh, we can't hear you even though we can. I didn't fucking realize that. So I was like, yeah, Lucas, I can hear you just fine. Like, I literally was about to blow that joke.
So what happened, by the way, I just started recording again. I joined back. I couldn't hear these fuckers. And all of a sudden I just see Carl and Nate Schindler doing this random fucking, like, telling this story, and they're, like, laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, they're fucking with me. They're definitely fucking with me. But then I looked, and it's like, no. They're not fucking with me. It's just like my thing is actually fucked up. So I left.
Do you want me to tell the story again?
Huh?
Do you want me to tell the story again? Oh.
What? The story that you told when I couldn't hear you?
Story was kind of cringe, my guy.
Sure. I mean, Carl, what do you think? I never gave you a signal that I was recording again, so you just started like going. There was one part where I just like mouthed, "I can't hear you," and then you just.
Yeah, I said he probably thinks we're just making fun of him and trashing on him right now.
When I was doing the Raid Shadow Legends ad, all we could see was just you going, "Shut the fuck up."
What Raid Shadow Legends ad?
That, like I told you, Hanson, it was quite cringe.
It's really bad.
It was
My goal
really
on YouTube now is to get sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Bro, do it. I thought you actually heard that I was doing a Raid Shadow Legends ad, so that's why you were saying shut the fuck up.
No, I couldn't fucking hear you.
I thought that you could hear me.
Yeah, this is out here. PR guy for Raid Shadow Legends. If you're looking for something to sponsor, Be Quiet Podcast is
Simon, I need 100,000 subscribers before I can get a sponsor.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.
Yeah?
I think they're pretty desperate. Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends is desperate, you say? You want to... Carl, fuck off. You muted yourself. Fuck off. You want me to tell you a funny story about you, Carl? I got a Carl story. Got a funny Carl story. It doesn't really involve him, but it's funny about him. So one time, when his TikTok first started hitting off, right? I was telling my mom about it, and we drove into town to go to the drive-thru somewhere. Right as I start ordering food, my mom starts playing, like, she can't figure out how to, like, she keeps turning it on, and then it starts playing full volume. She closes her phone, and she wants to open it again to see something. She keeps forgetting. As soon as she opens it, Carl's TikTok starts playing. And it was the one, it was, like, the suspense one right before, like, you saw what the AP test was about.
Yeah.
Did that happen before?
And then it went, oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Exactly.
Alexander Hamilton.
I don't have TikTok, Carl, but I heard my mom listening to me the other day, and I heard the KSI clip where he's going, no, fuck, like that one.
Yeah.
I was trying to get her to explain it to me, but she was having trouble. All right, I think we've waited long enough. You guys, if you've listened long enough in the podcast, you know where this is going. We're gonna read a little excerpt from Harry Potter and the Book of Thieves. All right. So, if you haven't been, so Simon, I'll give you, and Simon and Nate, I know you haven't listened all the way through number 24 and 29. So I'll give you a little bit of a recap on this book. So what's happened is Luna Lovegood and Neville Longbottom, Harry Potter characters, getting married. I don't think they had any romantic interest in the book, but they're the only female and male characters that weren't dating someone else, pretty much. So that's what Carl was going through.
Great plan.
Carl also gave a shout out to this teacher in the beginning of the book. Here, oh, sorry, I took it away. It's backwards, so if you can see if you can read that.
That quote after that is hilarious.
Yeah, it says, "For us sprouts might not remember her forever."
That is just the definition of cringe.
Okay, so then, Harry and Ginny Weasley got invited to the wedding, and chapter 2, they found out that the Weasleys, meaning Hermione and Ron, got robbed. So that's chapter 1 and 2. That's what we read originally. So in chapter 3, I think next time we read chapter 3, 4, and 5. So basically what happened was they went to Diagon Alley for some reason. They're going to buy shit. And all these Death Eaters, I believe, or all these people in cloaks started like robbing the place. And they have this thing that can, they have a spell where they can like portal somewhere. All right. So Harry Potter gets sucked into the portal. And in chapter 4 called The Society, keep it in mind, this is written this is written 3 or 4 years before the Society Joker meme had started. There's a society of all these people saying that he was gonna rob the Ministry of Magic, okay? And Harry Potter had to help them. I don't know why they needed Harry Potter's help, but they said that if Harry Potter didn't help them, then the people would burn down his house and kill his family. And so then there's this guy who goes, "Welcome to my treasure room. Do you like it?" Because they were robbing all these things and teleporting them. Okay. And so Harry Potter does not need to be in this story at all. Keep in mind. But at the very end, they were going to go to the Ministry of Magic. And wait, wasn't there like a who's Teddy? Carl, do you remember? Who's this guy who is like...
Yeah, Teddy is the son of Harry's grandchild. He's Harry's godchild. He's the vampire's son.
Who the fuck? In Harry Potter?
Yeah, the vampire. The werewolf, sorry.
Lupin's
Oh,
son?
Remus Lupin?
Yeah, so it's Lupin's son.
Oh, okay.
That's right, because they had a kid and then they both died.
Yeah. Oh, they did have a kid. Nymphadora Tonks?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. She died. All the fucking characters in Harry Potter 7 die off screen. It's kind of shit, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you think they were supposed to get PG-13, my man?
Who gives it's a book. I didn't watch the movie, by the way. I haven't seen the 7th movie, but I read the book.
Actually, the 8th movie is the one you need.
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. Where did Carl go? He's the key to all of this.
No clue.
Okay, so
Probably off watching his viral TikToks again.
okay. He's like, I gotta get a dopamine release. Gotta watch the TikTok.
Yeah, it's probably in his background where it's like live, where he just holds the screen and then his TikTok plays.
Yeah. Okay, so God, where did Carl go?
He's talking to his mom right now, and he put it on mute.
Oh, okay. I'll pause the podcast until he comes back. All right. So let's see. How many chapters are in this book? 9. Okay. Okay. There's 9 chapters. We have 4 chapters left. So we'll read 2 today, and then in the finale we'll read the last 2. Okay. So this is chapter 6. I'll read chapter 6, and I'll leave like Simon or Nate to read chapter 7. Okay. So chapter 6 is called The Mission. All right. So keep in mind, mission is lowercase. All right.
Capitalize the.
So keep in mind, so they're gonna kidnap Percy Weasley, who's the Minister of Magic. and they're gonna. I don't know why. So we're gonna see what happens. Also, if Harry Potter does what they say, they will erase his memory. That's also important. Okay, so once they reached the brick house, they were all instructed to put their hands over the locked case. As Harry did this, he felt a cooling sensation that sent chills up and down his body. Then Harry noticed the men and himself had turned invisible. Wow. You were really close there to writing, Carl. He saw the men invisible. It's like, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. If they're invisible, how would he see it? All right. Once they reached the ministry, Harry and the other men snuck into the minister's office. The plaque on the door said, Percy Weasley, Minister of Magic. Harry remembered being so unfond of Percy in his 5th year at Hogwarts after he learned that he had been promoted to junior assistant at the Minister of Magic. He had always been Harry's least favorite of Ron's brothers. Wow. I mean, I remember Percy being an asshole in the books. And tonight, it was his job to knock him out and toss him into the transporter. So getting into position, Harry shouted, "Stupefy." Then, quickly, not losing a second, all of them yelled, "Evensko." This is a spell that Carl made up, by the way. And I think it's like a teleporter. What does it do, Carl? Isn't that like the teleporter one?
It's the one that like makes like the hole in the ground that they all jump into.
Oh, okay. Isn't there like
apparate?
Yeah, can you just apparate?
No, that's just disappearing and just teleporting.
But
Like,
that's the same thing.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Evensko is like opening a hole in the ground and jumping into it.
So Evensko is what you're saying is one that you can share.
Like just teleport, or you can like jump into a hole and teleport.
Evensko is like Uber magic, where you can bring shit with you, correct?
Yeah, because like if you were to just apparate, then like you can't carry like 20 books at once.
Yeah, but that's kind of stupid though. Teleporting is weird because apparating, it's like, oh, you're gonna teleport with none of your clothes on and none of your wand.
Teleporting is like Uber. Apparating is like Uber Black. It's just cooler.
Sure. Okay. Harry gently threw in Percy and jumped in himself. When he was back in the vault, he moved. Okay, I like how there's 2 chapters of him planning out this heist, and there's like 2 paragraphs of the heist. Like, they walked in, they were invisible, they knocked him out, they threw him in the portal. It's actually really simple. I don't know why. Okay. When he was back in the vault, he moved Percy out of the way, so nobody would land on him. Oh, thank God he's safe. Once they had all returned, somebody who stayed back opened a bottle of fire whiskey. Not fireball, fire. And they all celebrated. When they were done, the room fell silent. Harry knew what was coming next. Well, a promise is a promise, but in this case, Potter, you won't even remember what the promise was. Evensko. The transporter was open. Only Teddy cast the spell, so it was only hold... It only was... Wait, what the fuck? So it was only hold one person. Harry knew what they were going to erase his memory, so he took out his wand and yelled, "Fumos." That's a new one. Then a cloud of smoke. Oh, is it like fog lumos? Like the light spell? Because lumos starts with an L. Fumos starts with an F. I see you did that, Carl.
Yes.
Then a cloud of smoke shot out of his wand, and he was running for the transporter. He fell through. End of chapter. Now, there's 3 chapters left in this book, and it's called the Book of Thieves, and they have not once mentioned the Book of Thieves. It has not once been mentioned yet. The titular Book of Thieves is unbeknownst to the story.
You mentioned the Chamber of Secrets until like 3/4 of the way through that book.
I guess it's a good point. You know, Carl, you do have a good point there. Simon, I'm going to send you chapter 7 to read, okay? I'm going to send you a picture.
I'm so intrigued.
Okay, so I'll send you 7, and then I'll send you... Oh, this is a 3-pager, Carl. You really whipped out your pen for this one. So any commentary, Carl, of you remembering of you writing this book or no?
I mean, I remember writing it. I don't remember much of it, though.
Do you remember how it ends?
Honestly, no.
Okay. All right. So this is Simon. Simon is now in possession of Chapter 7 of the Book of
Indeed, I am.
Thieves.
I feel honored.
The Return of Harry Potter. All right.
Alrighty, wish me luck.
Wait. Nate
Chapter
Schindler, what's
7.
your commentary? Nate Schindler, what's your commentary on this so far?
Wait, so okay, I'm kind of like confused. What? So Carl wrote this? Is this what?
Oh,
is
okay.
happening?
So episode 23, I believe, Carl was on with Marcus and Benny T. And we were talking, basically the whole episode was about Carl in 6th grade and all of his things that he would do. And so at the end, I'm like, I'm going to go grab something real quick. And I had, for all these years of me being friends with Carl, I'd never mentioned that I kept a copy of this book that he wrote in 7th grade. So I was like, Carl, do you know what I have holding in my head? And he's like, no, I have no idea. And he goes, as soon as I start explaining, he's like, no. And so I pulled it out. We read the first 3 chapters. And so every time Carl's been on since, we've read a little bit. So this is the 3rd time Carl's been on since we started reading the book. And then next time, me and Carl, and I'm assuming Jack, will finish it off.
Nice. That's sweet.
All right, so Simon is about to read Chapter 7.
We now resume with Chapter 7,
Take it away, Simon.
The Return of Harry Potter. Harry thought the men were going to lie to him, but surprisingly, he had landed in his own front lawn. He walked into the house to find Al and James playing a game of Wizard's Chess. Al saw him first. Dad! Both of his sons were hugging him as Ginny and Lily walked in. Thank God you're okay. You should have seen Madame Malkin's store. They took everything. What happened? Ginny, don't worry. I'm okay. But we need to go. Your brother is in trouble. Which one? Percy.
Oh, yeah, that's his brother-in-law. He fucking kidnapped him and then just left him there. I completely forgot about that.
There's just so much going on.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, I also want to acknowledge that in here it has the name Al. And for some reason, they're both capital, like the A and the L are both capital Al. It's like Alan. All right, so which one? Percy. And then it's just, oh, ...
Yeah, so what's it was kind of laggy for me, Simon, but he had Al in all caps when he came back.
Yeah, just the name Al.
Yeah,
just
which
in all caps.
Al is short for Albus, in case you were wondering, Simon.
Well,
because that's what he named his son.
I don't know. I just find that fantastic, and then I also find the line of commentary where it's just, oh, ...
Ginny, your brother's in trouble. Oh.
Oh.
We gotta go get him.
All right.
Harry told his family and sent off an owl to the Weasleys and the soon-to-be Longbottoms what to do. The plan was Hermione and Luna were going to do all the research she could of what Harry described as of the small locked box, even though they didn't know what vault of Gringotts it was in. Harry knew all they needed to do was do the exact thing the thieves did to go from place to place. Once they were in the vault, this is in parentheses, by the way, they would all be jumping at once. The 4 of them, also parentheses, Luna and Ginny would be staying behind, would be casting the smoke spell. Then they would shout the disarming spell. Then the full body bind, and finally with the knockout spell. They were almost ready to leave when Hermione said, "Wait, we might need more protection. There's 20 of them."
That's the most out of context, Carl. Oh my God. If there is any out of context thing, we might need more protection. There are 20 of them.
This whole paragraph just reads with the efficiency of a laundry list.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a grocery list. It's like when you're reading a lab for chemistry, and it just gives you the direct order of things.
Exactly.
It's all we need to know about it.
Then the full body bind, and finally with the knockout spell. Yeah, exactly. It's like in you ever seen Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr., like the shitty one? I don't remember if it was shitty or not.
Awful.
The one where he goes, discombobulates, and then he fucking does this to the guy's neck. Oh my god, that's exactly how that's the vibes I get when he's describing this part of the book. All right, let's continue, Simon.
And I like how all of a sudden now, like, they're worried about like a 5-1 outnumbered, but like you look at any other Harry Potter movie, they're going against at least like in the last movie, they're going against like 8,000 people.
Yeah, they're going against a fucking army.
But all of a sudden, they're deciding to get worried about the numbers.
Do they have to say the spell every time they use it? Like, is Harry Potter just going, Expelliarmus, 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 Expelliarmus when he does it? Or does he just, like, doesn't he just go, and then, like, just shoots?
I don't know. We got to wrap this up soon. So, Simon, continue.
Why do we got to wrap it up soon?
Because I want to wrap it up soon.
Carl's like, fuck you, Lucas.
All right, well.
So
we might need more protection. There's 20 of them. That's 5 for them, and each 1 for us. So what do you suggest? Asks Neville. Stand close together while I do this, she said. The next thing is, for some reason, in yellow ink. I can't really
it says Protago Maximus.
Protago Maximus. Just then, Harry and the rest of them felt a warm sensation up their chest.
Carl, man. Oh my god.
And they watched as Hermione pointed her wand at herself and then did the same thing. There we go. That should protect us from most of their attacks. And then the door of the Potters opened and Luna came outside. Everyone, I figured it out. She was carrying an old piece of paper she brought from her collection at the Weasleys. The thing on the briefcase is the Book of Thieves.
Oh my god, it's the Book of Thieves.
The infamous Book of Thieves.
He said the thing.
Oh man!
I just love how, and every time it says the word thieves, like Thives, it's just thieves, isn't it? It belongs to a thief.
Yeah.
It just.
And that's in the title too. Harry Potter and the Book of Thief 'S. Also, yeah, this is we when we read this, we originally did corrections on it, and Carl, when I had kept this in mint condition. It was in mint condition. And Carl ripped it and tore a piece of history. Like, this is what Carl did to his own book. Nathan Schindler is just shaking his head. He's in disappointment.
He expects more. Carl, this is a piece of math. This is going to win you a Pulitzer someday, and you tore the cover. All right. The Book of what? Asks Ron. The Book of Thieves is an ancient book that the goblins used to steal from wealthy families. The book gives whoever touches it the agility of a thief. It makes it though as the thief has had no chance of failure. Some people have even died trying to get their hands on it. So that explains why they were covering it up and protecting it, said Harry. What about Percy? Asked Ginny. Through all the commotion, Neville's the biggest, so he's going to run around, and when he finds Percy, he'll throw him into the hole.
What do you mean Neville's the biggest?
Neville's a big boy.
He's a beefy, strong man.
Okay, also when it says all 4 of them, who's all 4 of them? Harry, Hermione, Neville?
You think I know?
Because here, in this scene, you have Harry, you have Luna, you have Ginny, you have Neville, Ron, and Hermione. And then you said there's 4 of them.
Well, no, because remember, 2 of them were going to stay behind, and we figured that out in parentheses in the previous page.
Oh, Luna and Ginny will be staying back. Oh, wow, Carl, the girls have to stay back? Wow, that's kind of sexist.
Rampant sexism. Yeah, no, so I'm also confused. Why, in a world of magic, does he need to run around and physically pick him up and throw him in the hole?
Well, no, Simon, get this. Simon, you don't understand. They don't even need to that... Because apparently Hermione has the shield spell that she can just shield them from. It's kind of like in well, actually, I don't know if I can really talk about it, but in the most recent Star Wars movie when they had that fucking that kind of I don't really want to describe it. Have you seen it, Simon?
Yeah.
Burrow, if you're listening and you haven't seen, if you're listening and haven't seen the movie, close your ears for 10 seconds. They have that fucking force heal bullshit that kind of just like. If they had this now, then why did all the other movies exist? If there's a force heal, then
throwback hands.
If force heal was a thing, then Padme wouldn't be dead. and all of the 4, 5, and 6 wouldn't have happened. But continue on.
But
I thought that was brilliant. All right.
Maybe because Ray was one who actually did that.
Sure. Oh, I guess that makes sense, but whatever. I couldn't hear you, but I knew what you were saying.
All right, boys, I'm gonna go.
All right, there's 4 lines left. Because through all the commotion, Neville's the biggest, so he's going to run around, and when he finds Percy, he'll throw him into the hole. Ready? Asked Harry. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Evanesco, and all 4 of them jumped in.
Wait a minute. Carl, you changed... Wait, it's been Evanesco the entire time? I've said Evensco every single time.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
You're the fucking author!
Bro, this is a fan fiction that I made 6 years ago.
It was not 6 years ago. It was not. You did not do this in 5th grade. This is like 4 years ago. All right. Anyways.
Alrighty. Beautiful.
Okay. Well, so that's the to be continued in the final parts in this chapter called. Ooh, I don't even want to say what it's called. Oh my God, I'm looking. Oh no, I don't want to look at it. It's only like 4 lines. I don't want to spoil myself. I might have just accidentally spoiled the ending every single time. See, here's the problem with me, Simon. I'll always get interested in a thing as I start watching it, and then at the end I'll be like, ooh, I want to see something about it. And I look it up and it says how it ends. So The Office, I knew how it ended way before I actually finished it. Because I watched
You spoil it for yourself.
Exactly. And I think I just did that with the fucking Book of Thieves because I looked at the page for 2 seconds and there's 4 different words on it.
Tough.
Can we talk about how Carl just left?
He just dipped.
I mean, we're going to end the podcast soon anyways because I've been trying to keep them shorter. Because, people don't have time for a fucking hour, 40-minute video. Plus, there's a lot less things to talk about now that there's no school.
There's not really much to talk about at all. It kind of sucks. Not really much to do either, but at the same time, you gotta find ways to entertain yourself and get through these unprecedented times which we hear about. So,
well, now especially since we live in Minnesota, I don't really want to talk about that too much, but there's kind of a lot of shit going on. Well, because this podcast, I was gonna have Burrow and some of his friends on, but I could have had Burrow on anyways because Zoom, but Burrow is just so adamant of hating Zoom and thinking it's so stupid. So, whatever. That's kind of a Burrow thing, whatever. It's not like it. The only whatever. But the thing is that he couldn't come over because we're not supposed to leave after 8 because we have a curfew now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, everything that we're doing is legal because...
Shut up.
There's so many schools in the county.
Oh, come on, Carl. You gonna get down to the county?
Well, the county that we're in, the county that you guys are in, has a curfew. But ours, because we live in a different county, Nate and I, we do not have a curfew.
Does Nate live down there now?
Yeah, he does.
Moreno?
Alrighty, guys. We got 6 minutes left. If you two guys want to stay on, that's wonderful. Lucas, thank you for having me again. This has been my 5th time on the podcast. I cannot wait.
Has it actually?
Yeah, it is.
Only 5?
Get him a 5-timers jacket.
Wait a minute. Yeah. That's funny, Simon. I get it. It's an SNL reference.
Indeed it is.
Carl, I feel... So wait, you saying that you've been on 5 times and the 3 of them were in the past 10 episodes?
I guess.
So you weren't on any time between episodes 12 and episodes 23?
Basically.
That's crazy.
Lucas, think about this, right? It went from Christmas to spring break.
That is true. I mean, these episodes, weeks go by so fast now. It's if you asked me how many quarantine episodes there have been, you wouldn't think it's a lot. But this is the 11th episode we've done over Zoom or Discord.
I thought it was the 6th.
Why did he just leave? I think he did that on
Just
purpose.
left mid-sentence.
He was gonna make a 69 joke, I bet, but it wasn't really. It was gonna be not funny, obviously, because it's Carl.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? The season finale, which is when we had that shit show episode with like 9 people. That was
fun.
This is actually episode 9 of season 2 technically, and that's crazy.
Yeah. It seems like fun to do.
It is really fun.
It's way more work than people think it is.
Yeah, it's the main issue for me now is just scheduling it all because people just do not want to.
Anything. They're so motivated. On
the real though, I think it's everybody's like just it sucks because I don't have as much freedom as everybody else does with being able to go out and do stuff. That's going to be slowly turning now. I mean, we're going to do this one was going to be live, but we couldn't do that because, you know, the whole the new thing that is happening. Which is obviously that's I mean, that's a whole another thing to talk about. I don't really want to get into it because this is not supposed to be like I mean, this is why I never wanted to talk about the coronavirus because it was kind of like, this is supposed to be like just a goof around podcast, more of like less a serious thing. But sometimes we get serious, but I don't think we should get into a fucking discussion about racism after we read Harry Potter and the Book of Thieves.
I think that's I think so too.
But whatever.
Some tragic stuff, but not the place, not the time.
Yeah. We're not, yeah, exactly. We're not the people, we're the last people that should be talking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, so what were we talking about? We were talking about, we're just talking about the podcast. Yeah, I don't know. So how many times have you been on it, Simon? Because you haven't been on season 2 yet, have you?
No, it's my first time on season 2. I think
we say season 2. It's really not. It's just like
it's not. It's
since I started changing the thumbnails.
It's It's season 1.1.
Yeah. So you've been on one.
I was on. I think this is technically my 4th.
Because you were on. Well, I was
on episode
3, 7.
And then I was on the season finale episode.
Did you not? You weren't on a single podcast between episode. No. You were on episode 22. You're on the one where Burrow drank a lot of coffee and we were going back. The fucking car crash meme.
Is this my 5th one?
Yeah. So you and Carl, this is your 5th ones.
I mean, I was on the maybe 10 minutes of the season finale one, and the episode 3 I left 30 minutes into it. Yeah.
Well, we'll count the fucking one with you. There's one with only you, which is pretty much the only time that's ever happened, except for my mom. For most of episode 31, was there for most of it.
Yeah,
and it was only her. But
I've definitely enjoyed my time. It's been fun to be on here.
It's fun to do these podcasts, man. I like doing it. I like talking to people and seeing what's up.
Yeah. That's the thing I miss most. It's just talking to people.
Yeah, I know. Carl sent me a meme of it was a TikTok of it was like every white boy friend group when they hear a podcast for the first time, and the guy's like, "We could do this. We could actually do this," and I'm like, "Yeah, because we can do this. It's really easy to do." Well, it's not really easy to do, but it's for us, it's easy to do because we have good chemistry in our friend group.
I think it's been really. I don't know. I think it's. I mean, we have a pretty large friend group to rotate stuff around and try to keep things fresh and interesting.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun so far. I'm excited to see if we can keep up the longevity in the future. Because over the summer, I'm planning on uploading some videos non-podcast related to the YouTube channel. I'm going to see if that can change up some stuff. I'm not going to spoil what it's going to be. But the only thing I've said I was going to do for sure was I'll do a Rise of Skywalker, or not, Skywalker Saga Lego Star Wars review when that comes out.
I'm so looking forward to that. I'm buying the Wii game.
The Wii game?
Is it even coming out on Wii?
No, what, Simon? The Wii hasn't had a fucking. There's been
I know.
two
Just for
consoles since
nostalgic
the
reasons,
Wii.
man. Just for nostalgic reasons, I know.
The only games that released on the Wii are fucking Just Dance.
You know, honestly, I suck balls at Just Dance, so I don't care.
Oh, me too. I played it once.
I would want them to make a Wii one just for pure entertainment, just for pure nostalgia.
Just for nostalgia, exactly.
I will make my kids play that game.
Oh, for sure. I'll play that game with my kid.
Yeah, like parents talking about GameCube. It's like, yeah, you're playing Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Exactly. You're
It's a rite
playing
of
one of the all-time classics.
Yep. There's like original Donkey Kong and whatnot, and then there's just this game.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we are getting down there on the Zoom time.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed my time on this episode.
Yes. Well, thanks. God damn it! Not again. Every time we try to do a conclusion to the podcast, the fucking thing times out. All right. Well, that was a good week. Tune in next week for whatever I fucking come up with at the last second. Another time. All right. This is Lucas Hansen signing off for the week.